idea of Greater Nepal refers to a time when this nation's borders stretched far beyond their current limits. It's a period marked by ambition, conflict and ultimately the shaping of modern Nepal. For centuries, the region we now know as Nepal was divided into small kingdoms. They often clashed over resources and influence. Then, in the 18th century, a powerful king emerged, Prithvi Narayan Shah. Driven by a vision of a unified Nepal, he embarked on a series of conquests that would change the course of history. This essay delves into the rise and fall of Greater Nepal. We will explore the reign of Prithvi Narayan Shah, his unification campaign, and the key battles that defined an era. Furthermore, we will examine the Sugauli Treaty of 1815, a pivotal agreement that redrew the map of the Indian subcontinent. Join us as we journey through time to understand the historical forces that shaped Nepal and its enduring legacy. Before the rise of Prithvi Narayan Shah, the land that is now Nepal was a patchwork of small kingdoms. These included the Kathmandu Valley, home to three prominent city-states, Kathmandu, Patan and Bhaktapur. Each kingdom possessed its own ruler, culture and ambitions. The mountainous terrain and fierce independence of these kingdoms made unification a daunting task. However, that didn't stop ambitious rulers from dreaming of a united Nepal. Trade routes through the Himalayas were strategically important, and control over them was often contested. One such ambitious ruler was King Prithvi Narayan Shah of the Gorkha Kingdom. Born in 1723, he inherited a relatively small kingdom. However, he possessed an ambitious vision and the strategic cunning to achieve it. The story of Greater Nepal is, in many ways, the story of Prithvi Narayan Shah's ambition and determination. Prithvi Narayan Shah was no ordinary king. He possessed a sharp mind for strategy and a deep understanding of the political landscape. He recognized that the key to uniting Nepal lay in controlling the Kathmandu Valley, the heartland of the region. Shah began his campaign by strengthening his own kingdom, Gorkha. He reformed the army, improved infrastructure, and secured alliances with neighboring states. He understood the importance of firearms in warfare, and he equipped his army with muskets, giving them a crucial advantage over their opponents. Shah's conquests began with smaller kingdoms surrounding Gorkha. He was a shrewd diplomat and a ruthless warrior, often employing a combination of diplomacy, alliances, and military force to achieve his goals. His victories instilled fear in his enemies and inspired loyalty in those who joined his cause. Under Prithvi Narayan Shah's leadership, the Gorkha kingdom expanded rapidly. He conquered Nuwakot in 1744, a strategic victory that gave him control of a key trade route and a foothold in the Kathmandu Valley. He then turned his attention to the three kingdoms of the Kathmandu Valley. Through a combination of military campaigns and strategic blockades, he weakened their defences. In 1768, after years of conflict, Prithvi Narayan Shah finally captured Kathmandu, uniting most of modern-day Nepal under his rule. His success was not solely due to military might. Shah understood the importance of diplomacy. He was a master of forging alliances, often exploiting existing rivalries between the kingdoms to his advantage. He also implemented policies to consolidate his rule and promote unity within his newly formed kingdom. Prithvi Narayan Shah's unification of Nepal was a remarkable feat. He transformed a fragmented region into a unified and powerful nation. However, his ambitious successors would soon face new challenges as they attempted to expand their territory further, eventually leading to conflict with the growing power of the British East India Company. Section 5. The Sugali Treaty, a turning point. The Gorkha conquest continued after Prithvi Narayan Shah's death. His successors, driven by the same ambition, expanded their territories eastward into Sikkim and westward into Kumaon and Garhwal, regions now part of India. However, this westward expansion brought them into direct conflict with the British East India Company. The Anglo-Nepalese War, from 1814 to 1816, was a watershed moment in the history of Greater Nepal. The British, with their superior firepower and resources, proved to be formidable opponents. The war was marked by fierce battles in the mountainous terrain, with both sides displaying courage and resilience. The war ended with the signing of the Sugali Treaty in 1816. This treaty significantly reduced the territory of Nepal. The Gorkhas lost control of Sikkim, Kumaon, Garhwal and territories west of the Mahakali River. They were also forced to accept a British resident in Kathmandu, marking the beginning of British influence in Nepal's internal affairs. Section 6. The Legacy of Greater Nepal. The Sugauli Treaty marked the end of Greater Nepal's expansion. The dream of a unified Himalayan empire stretching from Bhutan to Kashmir was shattered. However, the legacy of Greater Nepal lived on. The Gorkhas had proven themselves to be fierce warriors, earning the respect of the British. This respect led to the recruitment of Gorkha soldiers into the British Indian Army, a tradition that continues to this day. The bravery and loyalty of the Gorkha soldiers are legendary, and they have fought with distinction in numerous conflicts around the world. Within Nepal, the unification campaign and subsequent events shaped a strong sense of national identity. The Shah dynasty, established by Prithvi Narayan Shah, ruled Nepal for over 2 centuries, providing a sense of continuity and stability. The memory of Greater Nepal, though diminished, remained alive in the hearts and minds of many Nepalese. Section 7. Nepal Today, a modern nation. Nepal today is a far cry from the Greater Nepal of the 18th and 19th centuries. The country has undergone significant political and social transformations. The monarchy was abolished in 2008, and Nepal is now a federal democratic republic. Despite these changes, the legacy of Greater Nepal continues to shape the country's identity. The unification under Prithvi Narayan Shah is celebrated as a pivotal moment in Nepali history. His vision of a strong and unified Nepal continues to resonate with many. The territorial losses incurred by the Sugauli Treaty, however, remain a sensitive issue. The treaty is often seen as an unequal agreement imposed by a colonial power. The disputed territories and border issues with India continue to be a source of tension between the two countries. Understanding Nepal's past. The story of Greater Nepal is a tale of ambition, conquest and loss. It shaped the political landscape of the Himalayas. Its legacy influences Nepal's present. Prithvi Narayan Shah fostered national unity. The bravery of the Gorkha people is a source of pride. Understanding Greater Nepal is crucial for Nepal-India relations. The Sugauli Treaty's legacy remains sensitive. Nepal's history guides its future.